a few years ago, we'd have all been talking about Steven Gerrard becoming the next Liverpool manager by default, right? If he'd have stayed at Rangers, that's what I think would have been happening today. But because he made some, career moves that didn't work out, then he's not even been mentioned with the Liverpool job. The last time I looked at the betting odds, I think he was around 25 to 1 or something like that. Recently extended his contract out in Saudi Arabia despite a terrible run of form. People were talking about him getting sacked and no winning 8 or 9 games or something like that. No idea if that's changed at all. I've not followed any of the Saudi stuff at all, to be honest with you. But I will have a look after this video. Maybe I should have had a look before this video. But he's not being mentioned at all with the Liverpool job, right? And please, is there anybody out there that thinks that he should be considered? If there is, step up and leave a comment and let us know. Because I think most people go, you're all right, thanks. And it's terrible. I know, like, a former great player doesn't necessarily become a great manager. But just because he's also had, a bit of a wobble, does that make him, you know what I mean? Like, could Steven Gerrard with the right? I don't know. I'm not suggesting this for 1 minute, by the way. I'm not going down that route. I'm down for Alonso. Right, and that's not just because he was associated to Liverpool Football Club. 1 second, please. I'm getting messages that I need to check. Okay, I checked them just in case there's anything to do with Liverpool while we're speaking. So there is a shout for Steven Gerrard to be the next manager of Liverpool Football Club from former Chelsea and Arsenal defender William Gallas, who is convinced that Gerrard is the man that should be appointed. And basically, he was speaking to a gambling-related website. I talk about these things all the time. I'm not going to go into about the gambling-related websites, but or the betting, the bookmakers or whatever. They try to employ players. They don't try. They employ former players, pay them money to give their opinions. They then, reach out to all the different websites out there to try and publish those opinions with a link back to their betting website or casino or whatever, because that pushes them higher and higher up the Google rankings. So any Liverpool player that ever speaks about anything to any of these agencies, straight through any of the betting companies, gambling companies, whatever, they send me these almost daily saying, hello, Cop Talk, hello, Dunk, would you like to include these on your website? And then, the gullible, or websites desperate for content, or maybe young bloggers that think they're important, include it, right? But you've got to link back to the gambling website kind of thing. And it's just a way of exploiting people like myself, because they know that they should pay you to do that. So I never do it, right, ever. So my response would be, I'll do it, but give me 150 quid and then maybe I'll include it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fucking idiot. Anyway, so this is important, because just if you're new to my channel, right, I do talk about, I think I've just said I weren't going to tell you about this. I don't know. If you're new to my channel, you'll realise I'm all over the place and I've got a memory like a sieve. If you're new to my channel, if you ever see a former player speaking to a betting company, a casino, that's what they're doing. They're being paid by those companies, right? Obviously, they're being paid by those companies. However, this is the important bit. The more outrageous or controversial, or the more shocking, or the more whatever they say with their comments, the more likely websites like me, I won't, but websites like Cop Talk or other people will publish the comments that link back to the website that give the bookmakers what they want. Does that make sense? Up the Google rankings. So here we are. We've got William Gallas, nothing to do with Liverpool, talking about Steven Gerrard being appointed manager of Liverpool, suggesting that. So even I saw that claim today, Steven Gerrard recommended or suggested to be the next manager of Liverpool. And I was like, who the fuck's saying that? You know what I mean? So I go and have a look. It's nothing to do with the amount of views on that page, right? It's nothing to do with like getting clicks for advertising, although that is a bit of it. It doesn't matter. I don't know. I'm trying to help you. So he's, and why would Gallas, for example, want to say that? Because, well, the more successful, the more websites that publish his comments, the more that company are going to pay him to do something else again. Do you get me drift? So always be suspicious of that. It doesn't mean that the player, John Barnes does it all the time, for example. He's just trying to make a living. He's not going to say anything that's not true. But the more juicy what you say, the more interest, the more people are going to publish it. Sorry, I'm trying to help. Right. So he was speaking to a particular casino. I'm not fucking telling you who it is. Fucking pay me if they want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that, lads. You know what I'm saying? And lasses, we've got the girls here as well. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Very inclusive around these parts. We allow ginger people as well. Fuck off, my grandson's ginger. Speaking to a casino, Gallas said Steven Gerrard should replace Jurgen Klopp. He was the manager at Rangers and Aston Villa, so why can't he manage Liverpool? It's not like he's just started his managerial career. He has experience under his belt already. They have to give him that job. Liverpool fans respect Xabi Alonso. He's had a great career and he's having good results with Leverkusen. But Steven Gerrard is a legend at Liverpool. There you go. So Zygo Biscan, but he ain't getting a fucking job. All right, that's it. Just thought I'd mention it to you. All right. You got any thoughts about that? Steven Gerrard? It's a bit harsh, isn't it, to say, no, we won't touch you. Has he been disastrous, though, in his managerial career? I sound like I got a feather up my arse then, didn't I? Has he been disastrous in his managerial career? What do you think? I mean, you can't even include Saudi Arabia, can you? So I guess you've got to look at the Villa situation. What do you think about the Villa? What do you think he did at Villa? What do you think? And just because you had a bad spell somewhere else, does that mean that's it forever then? Because I always thought that he would be the manager of Liverpool one day. And it's sad. It's sad because a few years ago, that was the natural successor, in my opinion. You know, at the time, that was like, I think many of us would have thought that. In fact, people at Liverpool Football Club associated to the owners were saying, not necessarily Big Dunk, because they were saying Pep Lijnders. They were saying it's between two people at that time. If Jurgen was to leave today, it would be between Steven Gerrard and Pep Lijnders because the owners like the idea of continuity. Well, that's gone to shit, hasn't it? And, you know, you might see, like, Pep Lijnders saying, no, you know, if Jurgen's not here, we all going, you know what I mean? We're all off. You know, I don't want he'd do anything to have that fucking job, Pep Lijnders, him. Anything. He thinks he's already the manager. He would. So what's gone wrong there? Why is that? Why are they all being given the fucking boot or making the decision to leave? But I'll tell you something right now. I'm gonna fucking say it, right? John Henry and Tom Werner, right? Neither of them have said a single fucking thing since Jurgen Klopp announced his decision to leave the club. As Rafa would say, for sure, club. Right? Neither. Hulk Hogan might have issued a statement saying on behalf of the owners, but they haven't even fucking spoke. Linda has. Good old Linda. Oh, you would. I was checking her Instagram out yesterday. Instagram, not OnlyFans. Hey, she had an OnlyFans. She don't need a few bob though, does she? She don't need to get her tits out, does she, to be honest with you? Anyway, talking of tits, there was a picture of John Henry and Tom Werner on her Instagram yesterday. There was a picture of her with her husband and that, you know, Valentine's Day and that. I love him for his personality and what he does to me. All right, stop it. All right. No, it's love, really. It's love. It's nothing to do with the fact he's a billionaire or anything. She's heard it all before. She probably don't care less. But do you know what, though? I'm not taking piss out of her. I like her. At least she's got the fucking, you know, whether you believe her or not, at least she's the only one that fucking mentions Liverpool. That's the irony in it. And she's not even FSG. Even she said when fucking Jurgen was going how sad it was. Or whatever she said. I don't want to quote her. But, you know, take a look at her Instagram. She's got a genuine interest, hasn't she, that lass? Just think about this. John Henry's got that in his hand everywhere he fucking goes, right? Everywhere he goes. And he's got a Twitter account and he can't go on there and say, thanks, Jurgen. Fuck it. Fuck. Tell you something now, guys, right? I out one for conspiracy theories. I'm always sniffing and looking and trying to find something, you know what I mean? Right? Nothing wrong with asking and bouncing, you know, ideas around and that. But I think it's a bit fucking suspicious that they haven't said anything. And it makes me wonder if they're angry about Jurgen's decision to leave and they've just gone, just put a fucking statement out. I'm saying, anyway, what do you think about Steven Gerrard? If you appreciate the video, please thumbs up the video. Please leave me a comment. Hit the super thanks button or whatever it's called if you want to get me a coffee or a beer. Yeah, beer. My mate's in pub round corner. He just messaged me and said, I'm in the bar. He said, I'm in the bar. There's a live band on. He said that in the group chat, not just to me. And it's his wife's fucking, you know, his wife died. It's their anniversary or her birthday or something today. It's a meaningful day today. And I felt a bit guilty, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh, I should really go and see him, make sure he's all right. He's an old boy, you know. But I've got to work. I've got to work, and I'm not the sort of person that can go and have one fucking drink, you know. I messaged him and I said, sorry, mate, I've got to earn some pennies. February's a very difficult month for me, guys. I think those of you who have been around these parts know that February's horrendous. But it'll soon be March. That's the way I'm looking at it. Soon be March. And I'm a week away from getting some coin in. Well, 8 days. So then we'll be all right. So let me know what you think about things. I am live on YouTube at the moment. And hopefully I'll probably stop that stream soon, actually, and restart another one later. All right, guys. Let me know what you think.